Hey everybody, it's Chance here with another episode of PARANORMASIGHT The Mermaid's Curse. We are barreling toward the end, and we got a bunch of updates that basically proved that I am always right about everything. Ikoma was Tomoshige, and his plan now at this point is to die with Sato, though only for his own ends, like for his own self-gratification, I suppose. He has absolutely no positive opinion on Sato whatsoever. It's like weird, right? That's not that weird. He's a creep. He's a creep. Tomoshige is a creep. But basically, we're trying to figure out what to do. And then I got a list of 9 faces, and I'm like, oh boy, I don't know what to do. And I still don't know what to do, but we're just gonna go right into it. Okay. We need a plan. Okay. Alright. So our options are... I still have absolutely no idea. So, we are trying to make it so that Tomoshige can't kill everybody with his curse ability. We need to somehow communicate to multiple people about the card or something similar. Okay, let me double check about the... Where are you? Turn a piece of paper with an individual's name written into it into a butterfly, which will return to the individual in question. Although she does not have to be the one who wrote the name, it must be Circe who casts the spell on the paper. I mean, if you could just make all of them fly toward her, that would be really funny. Okay. Right, so she just needs to know the person's name. She doesn't need to be the one who even wrote the name. So I think that's a hint. Kraken. I just think it's a good idea. Alright. Now what? And then I might just make everybody else do fun things because I think that's cute. You know what? Can I? Okay, can I scroll down, please? Thank you. Okay. Okay, I just want to forcibly bind it. That doesn't help. If he uses the Feast of Shadows and she can do her thing... Anyway, let's see what else everyone else can do. I like how we don't know who the famous sorcerer is. That's really funny. I do think these are pretty important. I think this will... Because if she can take all the cards and transform them, if he can strengthen that power, all of them will fly out and go to Ippei, or go to Tomashige. And then that means no one will get harmed, even if they do try to do it. I think that is the play. I think they tricked me by putting everyone here, but I do just want to make everyone do something, because I think it's funny. Talk to your dog. Talk to your dog, husband. This is definitely not right, but I'm gonna do it anyway. No, I'm sorry. Oh, that's very kind of me. Cancel. I really think it's just those two that need to do it. Because that means, I genuinely think it's just these two. Very well, that is 2 in total. That's the plan. Alright, sounds like a plan to me. I'm sure it's gonna work out. It's our last chance. Let's keep it together. I will now go apprise the people not here as to what you need them to do. At the same time, I will also fulfill my own role in the plan. No, I'm gonna load. I'm sorry, I'm loading. I want everyone to do something. Yeah, I know I can experience all the end content of the game without ever reloading. This is more for me than anything else. Okay, let's see. Let's make calculations. Let's fool around. Let's go dating. Okay. I actually don't think that's necessary. Okay. Purification. I mean... the purification is just for that one thing. Okay. Shotaro, you just don't leave him alone. You know what? I'll leave him alone. I want Arnov to write a binding script, and I want Suyu to crack a joke, though. Yeah. That's sure. I'm unsure to whether I will have sufficient time to relay the plans to all these individuals. Please do what you can. We're counting on you. Very well. I'll enact the plan as soon as you give me the word. If all goes well, Ikoma's church should have no effect. Hey, Suyu. I need you to crack a joke. What? You selfish little brat. But very well. I'll make you regret that choice. Let's see how the defiance of yours holds out. Please tell me I got it right. Okay. Damn! Okay. Just gonna... I thought for sure. Because... Oh, that's probably what it means. Okay, I don't need her to do Shikigami, I need her to call the Guardian Spirit, and then Feast of Shadows. I genuinely think this is it. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let's just finish the scene and see what happens. I've made the wrong choice. There was no way to fight the curse. I should have just done as Tomoshige said. Even if I went to the rooftop now, and all those waiting there to warn the others to destroy the business cards, Tomoshige would likely never allow me to, and even if he did, the time it'd take them to destroy the cards, and he'd just keep pressing me for an answer, all the while killing more and more people. There really was no way to fight him. I started thinking if I gave in now, maybe I could still save in a few lives. Before I knew it, I was saying the words out loud, telling that merciless man I'll obey, and begging him to stop, apologizing through my tears. Okay. So regardless, that occurs. Okay. Oh hey man, what's up? I fucked up. It would seem that things haven't quite turned out the way you hoped. Unable to stop the curse of Kipe Ikoma, or should I say, Taira no Tomoshige, you allowed more victims to fall to his curse. In the end, Sato Shiranami had no choice but to perish alongside Tomoshige. Now then, what could have been done differently? It appears you chose the right people, but you also included a few unnecessary ties. That might have cost you precious time. Next time it might be best to limit your choices to only those who are truly essential. Okay. Okay, let's try again. I know this doesn't work, but I want to see what clue the storyteller gives me. You chose the right people at least. In addition, if you think about those business cards are made of, you might find someone with the right kind of ability. I did that though, and you said it was wrong! Or the game told me I was wrong. Oh, that was correct. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed with myself. I literally got it right the first time, but because I'm stupido. That's so funny. I literally got it right. I literally got it right the first time I did it, because I should trust myself more. Yuza comes up with a plan to prevent Kipe Ikoma's curse and entrusts it to Soto Kiryu. Now, for the moment of truth! Two or three people died from that curse just now. I hope you're happy with yourself. No! Tell you what, if you snivel and weep and beg my forgiveness, I'll let you off easy. Oh? Oh? Something's off. Could this mean they found a way to stop the curse? Okay, I did get it right the first time. I didn't trust myself. I didn't trust myself. God, what the fuck? Paper butterflies! Whoa, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Those cards actually turned into butterflies and started flapping around. Turning a bunch of business cards into a swarm of shikigami. Only you could think of something out there like that out there, Yuza. I figured you could turn into a piece of paper with someone's card, with someone's name written on it, into a shikigami. Business cards would work just as well. And since Mr. Kiryu was able to extend the effect to cover the entire island, I was sure it'd work, but it's still a relief to see I was right. It was a great idea. Now all we have to do is track down those cards and leave the rest up to Mr. Kiryu and his powers. Stop right there. Now that your curse is useless, I have no reason to hold back any longer. Tairo no Tomoshige, I hereby place you under arrest. Ah, that fucking hurts! Screw you! What, Sato? You dare toy with me, you fucking bitch. Sorry, thanks for the offer, but I'd rather you died alone. Curse you! How could you do this to me, Osato? Why? It's because you suck. Come along quietly. I'm warning you. It will be worse for you if you don't. Ah, fuck! Damn it! Osato, you... And so, Kippei Ikoma was arrested, and the last of the calamities threatening Kamishima was averted. Both Mr. Kiryu and Mrs. Shiki thanked us again and again. They seemed to be truly grateful for everything we had done, including putting an end to the curse of the raging waves. Azami seemed pretty pleased with himself, even though he only brushed it off as only natural for us islanders to defend our home. Apparently, the Coast Guard on its way to assist with investigations into Mr. Wakamura's death. Mrs. Shiki and Mr. Kiryu are planning to use the Coast Guard's boat to escort Ikoma to the mainland. Speaking of Ikoma, it seems he's accepted his fate and confessed to everything. His true identity is Taira no Tomoshige, a member of the Heike who gained immortality 800 years ago. Tomoshige has spent the past 800 years working alone in the shadows, possessed by the single desire of restoring the Heike. His plan has remained unchanged: obtain wealth and status, gain the power of immortality, build up an immortal army, rise to the power through force. He perhaps became closest to his goal during the Sengoku era, where, as Komatsu Sadamune, a vassal of the Kuki clan, he managed to invade Taishima, an island said to be the dwelling place of mermaids. But this attempt ultimately ended in failure. Refusing to give up, he continued to devise various schemes after that pursuit of his goal, but none of them ever met with success. As the modern age approached, he accumulated resentment and eventually grew so strong that he gained ability to wield it as a curse. Since attaining this power, he has sought out young men with no family of a similar age to him and has used it to kill them without leaving any evidence, before going to assume their identity. He disposed of all their bodies at a point near the sea in Toba, where the currents happened to be stagnant, a perfect spot to ensure that they would remain undiscovered. Approximately 6 years ago, he murdered a youth by the name of Kippei Ikoma and assumed his identity before approaching Yoshiatsu Yamashina, in a bid to wile his way into his trust, a strategy he had used multiple times before with other influential figures. Once he had gained it, he planted the idea of attaining immortality in his mind and encouraged him to begin searching for mermaids. However, a careless comment by Shinobu Wakamura revealed that Osato, a girl Tomoshige had been close to during the height of Keike's power, had also become an 800-year immortal and was currently living on Kamishima. Tomoshige felt a sudden, intense longing for that long-lost time, and in that instance his ambition seemed to lose all meaning. Nearing the end of his life and beginning to feel a growing sense of futility at his failure to fulfill his goals, he perhaps wished that someone who knew him would recognize his solitary struggle and show appreciation for his efforts. Feeling that his chance of a reunion must be fate, he singularly became fixated on the idea of finding Osato and began reaching the end of his life altogether with her. To that end, he conferred the curse stone to Kikuko Tsutsui, who he had stationed on Kamishima to monitor the sacred sanctuary, and tried to threaten Osato into giving herself up. However, when he had lost contact with Kikuko, he realized that his plan had failed, and with the end of his lifespan drawing near, decided to head to Kamishima himself. Fortunately, he had secretly been supporting those who sought to lift the curse of the raging waves, and the culmination of their efforts saw the curse broken at last. However, with that time of its dispelling, Tomoshige found himself confined to a cell in the Kamishina estate. Yoshiatsu, whose patience with him had grown thin due to the increasing selfishness of his actions, including his abandonment of his search for the mermaids in the Tamatobako, had decided to punish him for his insubordination. This would prove insufficient to stop Tomoshige. Sensing that the curse had been broken and desperate to reach Kamishima, he used his curse to kill Yoshiatsu without hesitation, having placed a symbol of it used as a target throughout the mansion in advance. Upon reaching Kamishima, he headed straight for the Wakamura residence, making sure to hand out his business cards to any islanders he encountered along the way. After handing his business cards to Shinobu with a pleasant smile, he pressed him to hand over Osato without delay, before using his curse to kill him on the spot upon his refusal. Feeling the end of his lifespan fast approaching, only one thing mattered to Tomoshige now: finding Osato and fulfilling his desire to die together with her. And while he didn't actually name any names, Kikuko, who is under house arrest after plotting to use her curse to commit murder, is going to be escorted off the island with him. Before Mrs. Shiki and her assistant departed, they summoned me for a private word. Huh? You want me to join the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? Oh, hell yeah. It was Soto's suggestion, actually. He's quite impressed with everything you've achieved. And while I'm all for it, it would make it easier for you to keep your immortality a secret, and maybe even put it to good use. Wait, are you saying you'll send me into dangerous situations just because I can't die? You know, I actually hadn't thought of that, but it's not a bad idea. They are so funny. I think not, ma'am. That would make it impossible to keep his identity a secret. I know. I was just kidding. A shame, though. I heard that. Even so, Yuza, this would require rigorous training to help you harness and control your psychic abilities. The offer only stands if you are prepared to put yourself through that, and it won't be easy. Still, seeing as you'd be under our surveillance, you'd be able to go about your life with a little more freedom. Seems to me it's not a bad deal for someone in your position, all things considered. So, what do you say? What happens if I refuse? Will you arrest me? Well, we do have you to thank for wrapping up our investigations here. So if you'd prefer a quiet life on Kamishima, we'll turn a blind eye and leave you be. But just so we're clear, at the first sign of you being on the move, we'll be on our way out here to take you away. Okay, in that case, I understand. I'm gonna need some time to think this over. Would that be alright? Really? I thought it'd be an easy decision. Well, I suppose there's plenty of time. Just contact me when you've made up your mind. Oh, just before I forget, there's something else I've been meaning to ask you. Yeah? The funny thing is, I wasn't planning to come on to Kamishima at all today. Then, out of nowhere, I changed my mind. That wasn't your doing, was it? Huh? What do you mean? See, I kept getting this feeling I was being watched or even manipulated. Especially this morning, when I changed plans and set out for Kamishima. I didn't feel like my decision somehow. It was almost as if someone was guiding us here. Oh, actually, I felt something similar to that as well. I thought it was the Tomokazuki doing it, since it only started happening after that encounter. But why would you think it was me? I don't know. Something about it reminded me of you, like it was close to you or something. Close to me? Anyway, it seems I was wrong. Though I'm not sure what else it could be, unless I was possessed by a spirit or something. That is out of the question. If either of you were possessed, I'd be the first to know. Given that I cannot perceive the origin of the sensation, it must be something truly extraordinary. It's almost like you guys are main characters in a visual novel, where there's a player guiding your actions. The thing is, I also get the feeling that the mysterious watcher is to thank for everything turning out the way it did. Right? That's what it seemed to me, too. Well, whatever it was, I can't sense it anymore, so I suppose there should be no worse worrying about it now that the situation's been resolved. True. And that's where we left it. But then... Oh. Out of nowhere, Avi and Cersei, whom I'd barely spoken to in this future, came up to talk to us. Hey, aren't you the kids who dealt with the curse that was hanging over the island? When I learned of your heroic deeds from Yumiko, I simply had to make your acquaintance. Oh, nice to meet you. I've actually heard about you as well. Oh, you heard that, Cersei? Our reputations precede us. I wouldn't go that far. We just stand out too much. Oh, no, I've only heard good things, I promise. You're Arnov, right? The fantasy author who's come to Japan looking for adventure? What's that? Did you hear you say? The bachelor fantasy authors whose novel don't sell and who had to empty his savings just to visit Japan? Humbug, I say! Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax! This is good. Now that's just creepy. How do you know my catchphrase? I assure you, that was the first time I've uttered those words on Japanese soil. Whoops, I meant, I guess it just came to me. That's so cute. It would appear you have a mysterious secret up your sleeve, Yusa. Who? Me? No, But setting that aside for a moment, there's something I'd like to ask you. This afternoon, I was struck by the sudden desire to visit this jetty. Might you have something to do with that? Huh? You too? You mean I'm not the first? Yeah, someone asked me that as well, but I swear I haven't done anything. I see. Another question. I hear the request to put Circe's Shikigami ability to use came from you. Mind telling me how you knew about that? Well, I guess you could say that Tomokazuki is responsible for both those things. The Tomokazuki. I see. So you encountered a Tomokazuki bearing the memories of a different future, and you believe that to be the same being or creature or what have you that has secretly been guiding all of us ever since. Huh, I've never heard anything like that before. That would explain how you knew about Circe's Shikigami. If your theory is correct, I suppose we should all be grateful to this Tomokazuki for bringing about such a peaceful conclusion, but on the other hand, I nearly died because of this. Really? So what? Last I checked, you're still kicking. Yes, well, one can't help but feeling a little used, as it were, though I suppose I ought to be thankful for my life nonetheless. Besides, it would take a lot more than this to upset me. I've made it through all manners of do-or-die moments and deadly situations before now. Wow, you must be pretty tough. I've never get my hands on that treasure now. Still, I suppose I did quite an adventure at exchange, so fair's fair. Well then, good luck to you, Yusa. Oh, thanks. All this curse business has tuckered us out, so we'll be spending the night here in Kamishima and setting sail for home on the morrow. I'm glad to have a chance to speak with you before we left. You have my gratitude. Take care now. And off they went. But there was more to come. Oh yeah, your dad's still dead. We bumped into Shotaro, who seemed to be on the verge of a mental breakdown after hearing about his father's death. Normal. He had already heard about the arrest of the culprit, a man named Ikoma. However, it quickly became apparent that it wasn't grief that was weighing on him so heavily. Shotaro, I don't even know what to say. I'm so sorry. Please let us know if there's anything else we can help you through this, okay? Help me through this? What, do you think I'm sad or something? Spare me your inane comments! I didn't mean to upset you. Shotaro, could you calm down? It's not like you to shout like that. As if you plebeians could understand my troubles. But since you're here, Sato, pack your belongings and get out. I won't have you in the house any longer. Wait, what? You're immortal, aren't you? You're not even a human. It's disgusting. Not only that, you've trampled over what feelings I had for you. I have no obligation to care for you. You are a plague upon this island, and I hope I never see your face again. Then, I guess there's nothing left to say. What gives, Shotaro? Why are you being so horrible all of a sudden? Yeah, Shotaro, you're being a real jerk. Did you have to go that far? Oh, shut it! I can't afford to be nice anymore. Not that I expect you to understand that. You have no idea what it means to inherit my old man's legacy. Pretty sure it means you're lucky. He was loaded, wasn't he? Ha! Shows what you know. Let me tell you something about my old man. He was good at what he did, but reckless. He hacked up heavy debts, walking a fine line between huge payouts and total ruin. All his successes were a combination of killer luck and sheer cunning, making his shoes almost impossible to fill. Not only that, he had his fingers in a lot of shady pies, from loan sharking to land speculating, and that just kept him at just this side of the law. Whoa, really? Taking over for him means shouldering all those risks myself, and I can't cut it, and if I can't cut it, it's a one-way street to bankruptcy. That's what the old man saddled me with. It's all up to me now, and there's no way out. Shotaro? Isn't the turning the inheritance down an option? Are you out of my mind? If I did that, I'd have nothing left. And after that, the upbringing I had, I couldn't handle being poor. Damn it all, what am I to do? At least he's honest about it, you know what? Hey, Shotaro, what feelings Tsukasa must have had for this man have just gone down the toilet? If it helps, I sorta get how you feel. Oh my god, what an impoverished nobody like you could possibly understand. Well, you see, I'm kind of in the same boat. What are you saying? Oh, you're talking about that thing you found out about today, huh? Yeah. Guess the Jotaro's the only one I haven't told yet, so turns out. I'm Yamashina's kid. And I'm now his heir, and I'm the heir to his thing as well. Which means we're going to be in contact. When the Coast Guard arrived to investigate Mr. Wakamura's death, a detective from the prefectural police accompanied them and requested a meeting with Tsukasa. The officer announced that Tycoon Yoshiatsu Yamashina, alias Unkaku Dono, had passed away and that his will had just been unsealed. It stated as follows: I, Yoshiatsu Yamashina, hereby bequeath all my assets to Tsukasa Aoi of Kamishima. An official notice was sent to her at a later date, but the officer had just thought it best to give Tsukasa a chance to prepare herself ahead of time, as things are about to get crazy. As soon as she heard the news, Tsukasa's mother let out a whoop and raised her arms in a victory pose. She doesn't have to do any of the work. She made quite a spectacle, jumping for joy, shouting things like, "Take that!" and "Jackpot!" and "I knew he'd pay off sooner or later." Shocked and confused at this previously unseen side of her mother, Tsukasa had bolted from the house without a backwards glance. What? You mean you're going to inherit Yamashina's estate? All of it? It's a mystery to me as well. He was, really famous, right? I can't wrap my head around it. What was he thinking leaving all that to me? It's too much. His total assets add something to 5 billion yen. At least that's what I was told. I can't even imagine it. You don't say. Someone's given me a chance to turn it down, but I don't know how to handle this. Still, he did try to kidnap Sato, and who knows what other shady stuff he's up to. I can't help but feeling I should take responsibility. Tsukasa, are you seriously gonna accept? I guess so. I feel lost, but I mean, if Shotara's in the same boat... Well, it's a big deal. You'll become a millionaire overnight. You'll be like a celebrity. You won't have time to those little people anymore. Huh? I don't want that. If I can't hang out with you guys, I'm turning it down. Oh, Tsukasa. The inheritance is yours, as it should be, but there is nothing to fear. I'll help you. You mean it? I'll be super grateful, but I just saw a really unflattering side to you. Of course. I've always known you were a clever girl. You'll have no trouble handling Yamashina's estate. In fact, why don't we be partners? You can be my girl, my fiancé. The way he turns on a dime. Huh? Oh boy. What the hell, man? You can't just pop the question out of nowhere like that. Unkaku Dono was one of my old man's backers. I'm sure it would be easier to manage our estates if we combined our wealth. Oh, but I... Come now. There's no need to be coy. I know you're fond of me, Tsukasa. He's so swarmy. Huh? How did you know? What? You wound me. How could I miss the heat of your gaze? I am not so as unfeeling as you suppose. Besides, the feeling's mutual. You've grown into an attractive young woman. Don't think I haven't noticed. You have? Oh, this is too much. Oh, this is so bad for her. She's 7, this is her, first mate, her first, real crush, and, she's getting what she wants. But it's not what she wants. She's gonna be miserable. Tsukasa, this is our chance, don't you think? We've known each other for so long. There can be no doubt we're a match made in heaven. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, what do? I don't know anymore. My mind's gone blank. This is just too much. I need some time to think. Tsukasa, wait up. Even your blush is adorable. I'll be waiting. Don't disappoint me now. Do you really think Oh, he's gonna push all the blame onto her. That's how he's trying to make the situation. That's enough, Jotaro. You've taken this way too far. You're a little shitbag. Do you have any idea how much Tsukasa cares for you? Her feelings for you are real.
I understand our feelings perfectly. Better yet, I reciprocate them. Don't tell me you have an objection. You bet I do. You're just using her. Anyone can see that. The timing's too convenient. If you go through this, you'll just end up hurting her, you heartless jerk. Not only are your manners lacking, but your wits as well. You are mistaken. My feelings for her are genuine. You liar. You looked like you were drowning until you found out about her inheritance. There's no way someone as selfish as you could make Tsukasa happy. I suggest you drop this. Frankly, it does not concern you. Yazami. Ugh. Must I spell it out for you? This is between Tsukasa and myself. Keep your nose out of it. God damn it. Well, now we understand each other, I'll take my leave. I love how many just terrible men that they're drawing, that they've created, that they've made unique, terrible guy sprites too. And then, don't do it, Tsukasa. I mean, this is a very difficult thing, yeah. Later, Tsukasa called us together saying she needed to talk to us tonight. We decided to meet up here. The police investigation was in full swing at the town center, around the Wakamura residence, but out in the bay everything was quiet. You okay now, Tsukasa? Kinda. Some lawyer wants me to go meet them the day after tomorrow, but I'm not even sure what I want to do yet, and honestly, I'm still in shock about what happened earlier. Tsukasa, don't rush this, okay? You shouldn't make a big decision like this until you feel ready. This is about your future, no one else's. You gotta think it over carefully and do what's best for you. Sami, you're right. Thanks for worrying about me. But I didn't call you guys here to talk about that. Sato, there's something I gotta know. Oh, okay, what is it? See, I overhit a bet went down with Ikoma when I was up on that roof earlier. You've been alive for 800 years, right? And it sounded like your lifespan must be coming to an end pretty soon. Was that for real? Sorry. I didn't know how to tell you. So it's true. Yeah, I don't remember anything from that far back, but I've always known how long I have left. Seriously, then how long? I think tomorrow might be my last day. Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow night. This body of mine will fade away like a spray of sea foam. Why didn't you say something? There's so little time left. Isn't there anything we can do to delay it? Come on, please tell me there's some way to change this. There's an option I can't pick. This is very interesting. I wish I could say otherwise, but there's nothing else we can do. No, I don't want to say goodbye. Please don't leave us, Sato. Sato, Tsukasa. Please. There's no need for tears, Tsukasa. The truth is, I'm content with this. You are. I am. 400 years ago, I became a sacrifice to protect everyone from the curse. And now, not only is the curse of the raging waves broken, but many other problems have been resolved as well. Like with the mermaids and Tomoshige. After all this time, everything's finally been settled. Kamishima is finally safe. It's a happy ending. Thanks to you guys, I've fulfilled the purpose of the long life I was cursed with. It actually meant something, and for that I can't thank you enough. Stop it, Sato. That's not true. All of that is stuff you got mixed up in. You never asked for any of it. So don't say you fulfilled your purpose. This isn't a happy ending at all. You shouldn't have to go through any of those things. None of it was your responsibility. Sato, from the moment you were made an 800-year immortal, you've been used. That's right, Sato. You deserve a way better life than that. All you've done is get dragged into Tomoshige's schemes, time and time again. That's just too sad. Look, be honest with yourself. Are you really content? What about your happiness, Sato? My happiness. After being forced to live for centuries, this can't be how you wanted things to end. You haven't had a chance to do anything for yourself. If you don't get to live happily, at least for a little while, after all you've been through, it'll be so unfair. I couldn't stand it. Thanks, Tsukasa. You're the best friend I could have asked for. When I said I was content, I meant it. I really am. I was never supposed to live in this modern age. When I gave my life to end the curse, I thought that would be it. But it wasn't. I got to experience a time unlike anything I've ever known and meet so many people. Every day has been a whirlwind of activity. Above all, I've made some really good friends who care so much for me that they'll even cry for me. I've had so much fun these past few months. I can't even begin to describe it. It's a miracle. I've been happier than I ever thought possible. I have no regrets. Seriously. Sato, I'm so sorry. I feel so powerless. I just wish I could do something for you. Me too. I'm sorry, Sato. If I'd only known, I'd been so wrapped up in my own problems. Aw. You know, I've always been the one left behind. I've never had anyone grieve for me. Turns out it's a pretty nice feeling. Being the center of attention suits me just fine. Don't hold back now.
Jeez, Sato. Only you could say something like that at a time like this. Sato,
Yes?
I'm so sorry. Seriously, I just feel so bad. I wish I could have... I just wish... Ugh!
Yuza. Oh, I didn't know you were such a crybaby, Yuza. Come on, can't you be your usual goofy self? I could really use a laugh. You guys feel that bad, huh? Then I guess you'll just have to make it up to me. For starters, you better keep our promise to hang out tomorrow. Oh, the arm around his shoulder! And I expect you to enjoy every last second to the fullest. Do that, and I guess I'll forgive you.
Sato.
You're leaving the island tomorrow anyway, right, Tsukasa? Yeah, probably. Then no more tears. If we can just have one more day of fun, spend one more day together like we always have, nothing would make me happier. Sounds to me like you're letting us off easy. So you think, but I'm counting on you to help me overwrite those bad memories with a bunch of happy ones. It'll be a busy day. Sato... Right. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, you can count on us. Dozens of happy memories coming right up. Hey, Yusa, quit moping already. That was your cue. If I was there every time for one of your oddball jokes, it's right now. I know.
That night, we stayed out in the bay talking and swapping stories until the sun came up. There's a rule. We had to answer any question Sato asked us honestly without hiding anything. Which meant that gasps and chuckles inevitably followed with each new reveal. We chatted for hours, without once running out of things to share. We talked about the past, our future, our dreams, everything in our hearts. And throughout it all, Sato couldn't stop smiling. As for me, I was determined to etch every detail of Sato Shiranami into my memory. Every word and gesture, every expression on her face. And then that night, after our meeting, Sato took a boat and went out into the bay alone, saying that she didn't want any of us to see her disappear. That was the last we saw of her, before she abandoned her transient form to the gentle waves and left this world behind for good. However, before she departed, she told us her final wish. And I vowed to carry it in my heart throughout the centuries that lay ahead as my own personal curse, impossible to dispel. It was a simple wish, in Sato's own words. Remember me until your last breath. Sato Shiranami's Curse, ending number 5. You've done well to make it this far. I applaud your efforts. Here ends the tale that has been painstakingly woven over the past 800 years on Kamishima of Issei Bay. Thanks to you, peace has descended upon the island once more. For that you have my sincerest gratitude. While the few sacrifices may have been made along the way, we must content ourselves with the fact that they were within permissible limits. Now, while our story does end here, if its conclusion does not sit right with you, you may wish to explore possibilities that would result in a different outcome. On the other hand, I could simply tell you what the missing pieces are if you prefer. I think I would prefer, yes. I would like to know I would like to get some hints and some guesses, please. I could. Very well. Listen closely. Before anything, you should proceed through all of Sato Shiranami's past recollection chapters that you have yet to view. You're right, that was what I was planning to do next. The information you require can be found among them. That is all I have to share with you at the present. I shall take my leave of you for now. Until next we meet! Okay. Oh, I didn't read the synopsis. Whoops. Too late. Two months have passed since I washed up on this island. 400 years elapsed while I was locked away under the sea, but I've managed to adjust to modern life somehow. Although, sometimes I wonder why I bothered. It's so quiet on the roof of the Kantakisho. I'm alone, but the wind rustling in the trees, the distant roar of the tides. It feels so good to have this view all to myself, to just let the soft sea breeze carry me away. It's the perfect spot for someone who wants as little to do with others as possible. But yesterday, someone came up here and ruined everything. I was a little worried at first, but I've adapted pretty smoothly to a modern civilization. The fact that I only have vague memories of my life from 400 years ago probably helped a bit. But I still don't really understand how ships and cars can move by themselves, or how electrical appliances and lights and things work. But it's not really an issue, to be honest. I know how to use them, and that's what counts. Well, to be fair, a lot of people don't know how to do that. Don't know how it works, really. Most people who are born in the modern era could tell you how fridges keep stuff cold, but not exactly how they do it, exactly. It's actually pretty easy to get by if you can just accept not knowing everything in detail as normal. Besides, it doesn't seem like life has changed that much for the fishermen who live on this remote island. Apparently, the big cities have greatly evolved with water and sewage systems as well as subways. Waking up there would have been a lot more confusing. I really do love being alone, it's so calming. I have good reason to isolate myself on the island. Soon, my life will be over. I probably have less than a month left. Whoever sealed me away seems to have some kindness left in them at least. They allowed me to spend my last moments as myself, alive. But I can hardly feel grateful. How much living can you really do in a few months, a few weeks? A girl, Sukaso Oi, is always hanging out around me, but I try to keep my feelings in check and act as cold as possible. Getting too close will only make things harder when it all has to end.
I'd like to joke and laugh with them, spend time talking about our favorite TV series and stuff like that. Especially with Tsukasa. The way she reacts to things is so funny. It's really hard not to laugh and play along. I have to try so hard to keep my feelings under control. Cheerful conversations will only become painful memories for her later. And since running out into the woods and living alone isn't appealing, I just have to play my role as the unfriendly loner till my time comes for me to disappear. Just one more month. One more month upon coasting along without making waves. But watching TV today, learning more and more about the modern world, there's so much fun to be had, pretending otherwise actually hurts. Humanity has prospered. In the past, the common folk were preoccupied with surviving each day. Now almost anyone could eat delicious food and sleep in a warm bed without having to toil day and night. People have time, freedom, entertainment. It's wonderful. I wish I had the time to enjoy it all. Get on an airplane, maybe even fly to Tokyo. But there's not much of a chance of that. Not with the time I have left. Still, I really wish I could try one of those game consoles that you can hook up to the TV. You can play different games by switching cartridges, according to what they say on TV. Those consoles are so popular that it's hard to even find one. Not that I'm in really a position to make demands, of course. All I can do is look at the pictures in the magazines and dream about them. If I had a game console, I bet I'd play it all day. Let Sato become a gamer. Anyway, there's no point of wishing for too much. I'm just grateful to be able to spend my days this way. It's all thanks to Wakamura. Please just let me watch TV for my last remaining month, if that's not too much to ask, is it? Anyway, I shouldn't let my guard down. I've got to keep myself in mind, no extravagances. I've just got to drift along and not rock the boat. At least, that was the plan, and yet, on speaking to him yesterday, I got completely carried away. I'm still mad at myself about it. Next time I'll be more careful. Cool as a cucumber. Wait. Next time. Oh, well. Yusa Minakuchi. Something about him makes me lose my cool completely. It's probably the shock of finding out he's immortal too. Yeah, that must be it. Maybe being immortal puts us on a different wavelength from other people. That could be why I'm drawn to him. He seemed quite young. Can't have been immortal long. But to think mermaids are still around even now. Wait a moment. I wonder if he knows I'm an 800-year immortal too. I hope not. If he does, it'll put my peaceful life at risk. I better make sure he knows how to keep his mouth shut. I'll have to talk to Yusa Minakuchi again. Ugh, finding him is going to be such a hassle. Something right behind me. Ha ha! Why, she'd wipe that look off his face, as if he's indifferent. I bet he's secretly proud of himself for being the one to startle me this time. You came back. So you're here too, huh? Did I startle you? Not one bit. Startle me not one bit. I'd take more than sneaking up on me behind to give me a scare. At least I was honest yesterday. You definitely jumped. At least just admit it. No way. I knew you were there the entire time. Never mind that now. There's something I wanted to ask you. There's something I needed to tell you too, but you go first. So I was thinking about what you said yesterday about that pretty rough thing, and it occurred to me. Could you by any chance be an immortal girl? Whoa! I didn't know it was that obvious! I knew it. Something about you was just different. So I'm an immortal boy, and you're an immortal girl. Don't put it like that. Why not? That's what we look like, and it sounds better than people who became immortal by eating mermaid flesh. Besides, going by our actual ages or something would just get confusing. I guess that makes sense. Right? You might as well call yourself that too. Alright, I will. Anyway, as it turns out, I just wanted to talk about the same thing. You knew I were immortal, didn't you? Yep, I found out just recently, in fact. I got swept out to sea and survived against all odds. That was when I remembered being saved by a mermaid 5 years ago, and it all started to make sense. Wait, saved? From a mermaid? From what? Well,
I had no idea. I hadn't even heard of an incident like that occurred 5 years ago, and in just the sea of the south of Kamishima too. No one really talks about it anymore. So, Mermaid saved you and made you an immortal boy? Right, yeah, that's my best guess anyway. Not that I'd understand why a mermaid would go out of her way to rescue me. Anyway, I'm just happy I can finally talk to someone about this. There's still so much I don't understand since we're here. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? That's fine, but I need you to promise me one thing. Never tell anyone about me being an immortal girl. Easy, I'd prefer people didn't know about me either. Good. I'd have to kill you otherwise, so thank me for sparing me trouble. You know, you're a lot tougher than I thought you'd be. Anyway, done. Swear on my life, or lives. Well, look at you making immortal jokes. You modern kids are really something else. Honestly, it just came out. So, what did you want to ask me? Oh, right. How long does this immortality thing last? Is it really forever? 800 years. No more, no less. Wow. 800 years, that's a really solid number. Precisely. Good luck for the next 795. What am I, some fine wine? I need more than luck. That's 8 old centuries we're talking about. Yeah, it's pretty rough, like I said. I could tell you have a long time left. Huh. Being immortal for so long must give you an amazing intuition. Oh, and just checking, is there any way to undo our immortality? No, there isn't. You're not human anymore. There's no way to become human again now that your human body is long gone. Ugh, I knew it. By the way, how long have you been alive? This is my 800th year. I only have a month left. What? Really? It's a long story, but I've been out of the game the last 400 years. Now, my life is almost over. 400 years is a long, long time. Only 1 month. You're way older than I imagined. So, is there anything I need to be careful of? What do you mean? Well, seeing as I'm stuck in this immortal body, is there anything I should avoid? Oh, right. If you fall into a deep fissure or a pit of lava, you'll keep dying over and over, so don't do that. Yikes, that sounds terrifying. Avoid lava. Got it. That's about it. I don't actually remember all that much. I have one piece of advice for you. Don't fall into lava. I guess that's how it is. Oh, and it'll get messy if people find out, so try to keep a low profile. You'll probably have to find somewhere new to live every few decades. That'll help you avoid suspicion. Living in the same place for too long is dangerous, huh? Oh, but it won't be easy living anonymously with the family registry system. You'll just be able to show up in a new place. You used to be able to just show up in a new place and just start making a living, but people did that all the time, but nowadays... Yeah, I bet it's way more difficult to move around than it used to be. Sounds real rough. Good luck with that! Great, thanks. They're so funny. The next day. They just both want to be left alone, and they're both immortal, and they both keep going to the Kantakisha ruins because they just like hanging out there separately? Not again. Are you just gonna come here every day? It's not like I have anything better to do. Yeah, me neither. You know, you're the one who started showing up at my favorite place. I like it too. I just have much of the brightest to be here as you do, as it's such a nice spot. Yeah, I get that. You said that before you come here to think. What do you think about? Stuff like what kind of work I could do. Oh, are you unemployed? Obviously. Someone without a job wouldn't spend their morning staring at the sea. Not everyone's lucky to have a cushy life, eating free food and watching TV all day. Oh! Listen, can we cut this out? It seems utterly pointless to knock each other down every 5 seconds. True, I guess we can call it a truce. Hey. Is living for so long hard? It's definitely not a stable life. It can be really hard at times. But that's true whether you're immortal or not, isn't it? At least you don't have to worry about starving to death anymore. Even if you get sick or injured, dying will fix it. I never actually struggled with that much because of my immortality, to be honest. Oh, is it really that easy? I mean, What if you really wanted to die and you just can't? Do you want to die? Well, not now, but maybe if I live long enough, I'll change my mind. Oh. When you said you got swept out to sea before, was that because you... Damn, I thought you were a super chill boy, but I guess you're a sensitive boy too. Seems that way. I was just as surprised as you to find that out. Come on then, what happened? Talk to your elder immortal. Jeez. So they blamed your mother for the disaster 5 years ago, and even shunned you because of it. Guess you must have been so keen to come back here then. I didn't want my gran or Azami to have to worry about me. It was a moment of weakness that pulled me back here, I guess. I'm not really sure. Regardless, I need to live as quietly as possible and stay out of everyone's way now. And that's why you come up here to be alone, huh? Well, I know how you feel. It's the same for me. The day after. Wait, so you were sealed in an underwater cave for 400 years? Oh, I love that. I love how they just talked about everything. So it's just like they don't even act like they don't act like they really are that close, but they know all this stuff about each other. Yeah, there was a reason for it, to keep something from happening, but I don't remember what it was. But I'm awake now, so I guess that must mean it's okay, whatever it was. Jeez, that must have been terrible. Ha! Pretty noble of me, wouldn't you say? If you wanted to worship me, I wouldn't say no. So, this Azami Lagaila, that looks out for you, huh? Yeah, he's a really good guy. Too good for me, definitely. Honestly, I don't think I could survive on the island without his help. And yet you haven't told him you're immortal. No, I doubt he'd believe me. Besides, if he started avoiding me or something, I'd have nothing left. I don't think I could keep going. Not that you can die. Ugh, true. Several days later. I see. So you've been acting cold because you don't have much time left, huh? I understand. Saying goodbye to people you care about isn't easy. Yeah, exactly. And when you live as long as we do, you have to say goodbye to so many people. Come to think of it, being immortal sounds pretty rough. Well, it does mean saying goodbye a lot. So you can see why some people see immortality as a kind of punishment, or hell itself. There have been many immortals who became overcome with despair that they turned their backs on the world and devoted themselves to religion. Like Yao Bakuni, so that's where that story comes from. But, as far as I can remember, I've never felt like this existence was hell. Really? Yep. For those 400 years before I was sealed away, I just lived out my life. If you ask me, not everyone's cut out to be immortal. It's just like anything else, really. Some people have what it takes, others don't. So what, you're just a natural immortal? Yep, it's like I was born for it. I see, there really is something for everyone. But I guess emotionally maturing to match the fact that you're 817 years old wasn't for you, though. Ugh, you noticed? I'm self-conscious about that. Oh, sorry. Anyway, it takes talent to live for centuries without seeming to age a day. True. I wish I had that talent. I'm jealous. I hope I'll be able to look at it the same way. Are you scared? Huh? Are you scared of being alone for the next 800 years? Yeah, that's part of it. Just so hard to imagine myself living in the future. Makes sense. Probably would have been scared too if I'd known from the start that I had 8 whole centuries ahead of me. But I'd reckon you'll be okay. You might even surprise yourself. You think so? Yeah, you're a lot like me in some ways, so I think you might be cut out for this immortal life. Huh. Are we alike? I hadn't noticed. Sure we are. Just like how you start playing the fool when you're embarrassed. You've got me there. See? And remember when we first met, we started off talking like we were old friends right off the bat. True. I remember thinking how funny I was that I didn't feel awkward at all. I rest my case. If you got the knack for it, another 795 years will feel like nothing. Blink and you'll miss it.
Like nothing? Yeah, I don't know if I wanted to go by that fast.
Exactly. In the end, you might not feel like it was even enough. Maybe your last words will be, I know I've lived 800 years, but come on, give me another few centuries.
I get it now. You really are good at being immortal. So good, you still don't want to die.
Huh?
You've only got one more left before your lifespan ends. You must be scared too. You've never despaired once at being immortal. Until now.
You're not wrong there. I mean, I lost 400 years. I'm not nearly done with my life yet. I want to keep living more than anything. Of course I'm scared.
I can understand that.
It's not like you're on your deathbed and have been given 1 month left to live.
You're as healthy as can be. So, maybe it's time you stopped worrying.
What do you mean?
Since you don't have long left, why not spend the rest of your lifespan having fun? Live it out to the fullest. If you do the best you can with the time you have left, you might even feel satisfied with the life you've led in the end.
Wow. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But if I get close to anyone, it'll only hurt them when I die.
Yeah, but I mean, you could just let them warn you. You've had to do that plenty of times, right?
I guess I could be forgiven for being a little selfish in my old age.
Exactly. If it helps, consider yourself forgiven.
Does that mean you'll mourn me when I disappear?
Of course I will. From the bottom of my heart.
Really now? That might just make me happy.
Good. Then here's the plan. You're going to have as much fun as possible starting tomorrow. Sukasa's coming back for the holidays too, by the way. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to hang out with you. She's wanted to be your friend, you know?
Ooh, I'm liking the sound of this more and more. I wanted to be her friend too. Guess this is just my chance to take her around the island. Oh, but while I'm at it...
Yeah?
You said your grandmother Suyu needed someone to talk to, right?
Oh, yeah. They just don't have much to talk about. She's always going on about what's on TV. I can't keep up.
Leave TV talk to me. Oh, and I'll be happy to look after her while you're out working here as well.
Are you sure? That'd be a huge help, but...
Yes, I'm sure. She seemed like an interesting person to talk to. I'd love to spend time with her.
She's definitely something. You can't let your guard down around her, that's for sure. She's pretty stubborn. Not to mention, if she doesn't like something, she's not afraid to say it.
I'll bear that in mind. You know what? I'm actually pretty excited for tomorrow now.
I'm glad. This is very sweet.
Hey, Yuza.
That's my name, don't wear it out.
I know we initially came here because we wanted to be alone, but from now on, can we come here even when we don't want to be alone instead?
Sato. Of course we can. I'll wait for you here every day.
After that, I decided to stop holding out and reach out to everyone around me. And you know what? They responded! They just started interacting with me in just the same way. So I decided to spend my last few days having as much fun as possible. So much fun that I won't have time to fear the end. Of course, no one but Yuza and I know about my immortality, or what little remains of it. But these past few days have been so much fun. There are points where I can't even tell if I'm dreaming or if this is my new reality. And most importantly, Yuza's life and mine have continued to intertwine as we meet at our usual spot day after day. We get along so well. Being together feels like the most natural thing on earth. And it didn't take long of us to notice how comfortable we were around each other.
Before we knew it, we were being drawn together with increasing intensity, like stars meeting in orbit. Oh, at night. Oh, more scenes.
And that is where I'm going to leave it for this episode. We are almost at the end. I'm pretty sure the next episode will be the last episode. So that ends this penultimate Paranormasight The Mermaid's Purse episode. Yusa and Sato are really cute. They really, really work for me. I do think the game has earned it. They're very sweet. I don't know. I just think, I do think the game has earned it. I want things to turn out well for them. They deserve it. Alright, so we'll finish this off next time. I hope you all have a great one. Bye!